We can all take turns. Boys and
You're not
girls.
gonna do it? You're not gonna tell us?
Yeah, she said I'm better off sitting in here. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's okay. It's alright. I'll carry it. She said there's elephant group.
We don't recycle the art, whatever. Where does it end up? Where does it always end up? In here because of all this. So we all want to make sure that we recycle. We don't want any circulation like we're doing because they're beautiful. They don't do anything wrong. They can't hurt you, and they look absolutely beautiful. Where we don't want to see them looking like that. We don't want them to look that color, anything like that. Okay? So just make sure you guys recycle. Because that's my special story I had about Ace. Okay? So when she flips around, she really doesn't even swim that much because she can't see anything. So she mostly stays up.
Does she bump into stuff like that?
Yeah, she does. She does. She bumps into these things, sometimes to the wall. It's very sad. If you were in front last time, you guys can stand up this time. Whoever didn't get to be in front, you guys go in front of these two windows now. Sharks! We're not in the shark.
Stop pushing people.
Alright, you better knock it off.
Alright guys, there's two windows. You guys can go in this one too. It's the same thing. It's all the same thing.
This is the same thing.
Yeah. Yep, guys, if you
Look at that fat one.
Your fish's name is Spencer. He's on the right side now.
That's a blowfish. That's a blowfish.
Alright guys, in here, all these fish are really colorful. To where the fish you guys saw before weren't as colorful as these guys because they kind of have to blend in with everything around them. Where these guys use these rocks on the side called the coral reef to hide themselves. So they can be really colorful and they can just tuck themselves away in case they see somebody that might bother them like a predator to them. So that's what these rocks are used for. Wow. That are in here, how colorful they are. Now you see how colorful they are, right? They all actually live in warmer weather. You won't find these guys in our oceans. You'll find these guys in the tropical areas. All the coral reef is actually all fresh water. These big things that you guys see, even these smaller ones here, are actually all salt water. So that one we're going to look in is all fresh water. So all the fish that are in there are freshwater fish as well as freshwater stingrays and turtles. Freshwater stingrays are very rare. So you guys will see them. There's two of them and they're not too big, but they're in the pond, okay? So these are randomly up here.
Snakes?
Worms in there.
Scared of what? Don't be scared. There ain't nothing to be scared of.
That's why it looks like that right now, but it will settle down and it'll look really clean in just a couple of hours. Okay? Our sharks did not eat anybody.
They don't?
Okay? Sharks don't eat people. No, they do not. They don't want to eat people. No, sharks don't ever eat people unless you are bothering them or in their territory.
In the ocean
Not bother you. Not unless you are in their territory or bothering them. They will not eat you. And even if they do attack a person, they don't actually eat it because they don't like the way that we taste. Okay, even if they did attack.
I thought they liked blood.
Every time they have a shark attack, the shark attack that happens, they don't eat the person afterwards. Okay? That's what happens. Because these guys, they don't like the taste of people. They love the taste of fish. That's why they go after them, only if they're hurt or dying. Because to go after this guy, by the time that shark swims around and catches one of these fish, he's just going to be hungry again because that wasn't enough food for him. So our scuba divers do go in there, all right, and we feed our sharks from upstairs and all that kind of stuff, okay? And this tank actually, by the way, guys, is the biggest tank we have here. You guys know how much a gallon is, right? Do you know how much a gallon is? Well, this tank is actually 58,000 gallons of water. And most of all the tanks here is all actually water from our ocean. Just like these guys are water. These guys are from our ocean. We have our ocean water actually pumped into this tank. Okay?
Here's a whole 58.
All right, guys.
Those are real animals right there. They just they're predators.
Got everybody?
Sit me.
We're good? All right, boys and girls. What we're going to do now is we're going to look at our penguins, okay?
Yay!
All right, guys. So we're going to take a look at our penguins. And here we have South African penguins. They're called South African or Blackfoot penguins, okay? Now, my penguins are what kind of animal? Is he a mammal like us?
Mammal, yes.
Are you sure?
No.
Is he a reptile?
He's a...
Lay eggs. So what else lays eggs? Besides reptiles. What? They're birds. Very good. These guys are birds. On their body that makes them a bird are their wings, their feathers, their beak, they lay eggs, okay? Now, all those things make them a bird, but they don't do what? Fly. They don't fly. Does anybody know why they don't fly?
Because
No?
they glide over shoulders.
No?
That's okay.
They're too heavy to fly. I want everybody to make people have salamander, okay? They have a hollow bone, so they're a lot lighter to lift themselves up into the air. And their feathers are actually only about this big. Now everybody make a little tiny circle like this. Put that little circle on your arm. In this one little tiny circle, a penguin could have 70 to 100 feathers. So he's got a lot of feathers all over his body. He doesn't have big feathers like the birds you see outside that help him lift up. That's another reason why they don't fly, okay? Then they have their beak, okay? Their beak also makes them a bird. I want everybody to make a number 2 and a number 1. Now make them little fishing hooks like this. If you were to open and close your fishing hooks, put your number 1 on your number 2 and go like this is what the penguin's beak looks like, okay? It opens and closes like this. It makes it really easy for them to catch fish, okay? Now my penguin are 2 different colors. They are black and white. They're black and white for a reason. Because when you guys, if you guys were to go hunting or if you guys were in the army, you guys wear what that makes you guys blend in? Camouflage. So they have something called counter shading, which allows them to hide themselves the same way. If my penguin is swimming like this, and a shark comes along and sees him on the bottom, he'll see his white belly. And his white belly actually looks like the sun. And if he's swimming on top of him, he sees his black back, and it looks like the bottom of the ocean. So it's called counter shading. Yep. A shark, if a shark is swimming on the bottom. Yep, they will. They will. If they were hungry. Not if just if they see it. If they see one, they might just leave it alone. But if a shark is hungry enough, or say there was a food scarcity, which means there's not a lot of food, it is something they might go after. Yep. Or sea lions. Sea lions eat them.
Sea lions eat sharks.
Well, there you go. That's my next point, okay? This is very important because I bet you guys didn't know this, okay? Everybody knows what the equator is, right?
Yes.
What is it?
Seas the Nordics. It's the
What is it?
yeah, the imaginary line that borders the
That's right. It's the imaginary line around the Earth, okay? Separates north and south. Penguins only live south of the equator. They only live south. Penguins do not live north, okay? And polar bears do not live south. Penguins and polar bears are never, ever, 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 ever going to meet each other. Penguins will stay up here, and polar bears will stay up here, and penguins will stay down here. They're never going to meet. Because penguins don't cross the equator. We don't know why, it's just something that they never did. The farthest north they live are actually called the Galapagos Islands. And there are actually 17 different species of penguins. 17 different species. And out of that 17, only 4 of them live in the snow and the cold. The rest of the penguins actually live in warmer weather. Okay? He's just swimming. Alright, most penguins actually live in warmer weather. Okay? Penguins really don't live in the cold that much. These penguins are from Africa. So what lives in Africa?
hot stuff. Hot stuff.
Yeah, like giraffes and lions and zebras, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to see a penguin that lives in Africa in the snow, are you?
When did they die?
No.
Sí, me tengo la palabra.
No,